Hi, welcome to Mr. Otter Studio. Today I'm going to show you the book that I printed that I've been working on along with you. And hopefully you've had success creating your children's book. This is the second to last step, so printing it. And I just wanted to share with you kind of what I learned through printing it, who I printed this one with, and then talk a little bit about selling your book. And I have to just give you a disclaimer first. Selling is not what I'm good at. So I have my paper on Amazon, and I realized the other day, I'm like, I've been selling it a little bit. And then as I looked through the numbers, I realized I've been paying basically to sell it on there. So I haven't made any money. I basically have been like, not just giving it away for free, but like actually paying for it. So I just, selling there's a skill to that. And there's a lot of really good YouTube videos on how to be a good salesman. And I'm sure something that could help me sell this book. So this is the final book. I decided to print it using Blurb because it was quick and I could get it fast. And it also said that I could sell it on Amazon. So I was like, oh, that's great. I'd like to be able to do that and maybe sell it from my website would be nice. But then I really looked into it, and here are the numbers. This is a hardcover image wrap. Just to print it, like if someone wanted to buy it and I wouldn't make any money, it would be sold for $43.85. That's kind of a lot for such a small book. I think if it was a more book like with my artwork in it, or a photography book, an art book, then maybe you could pay that much for it. But a children's book, I'm thinking somewhere under $27 is what I was thinking to sell it for. And it's, just square and small. So it was pretty high. And then I'm like, well, what if I decide to sell it on Amazon? And that was even higher. So if you go through Blurb and you list it on Amazon, you have to list it for over $53.18 because that's how much it costs you just to sell it on there and have it printed and shipped. And I don't even know if that's shipping. I hope it is. Holy cow. But $53 basically just to get this book to someone. So if you wanted to make any money, you have to sell it for close to $60, a children's book. So it's kind of ridiculous. You couldn't do that. But I'm not saying like Blurb's terrible, don't use them. I've used them for printing family photo books that I print each year, and I really like them. But for something like this where I want to keep the cost down, it's just not going to work. Like you probably have to go with someone else, and then you'll have to print like 1,000 copies of it to bring the price down. And so that's kind of what I might do to sell it on my website. But I will put a link to the Blurb shop just in case you want to see it there. You also could buy it if you want, but just know that, see, this is I'm not a good salesman. Just know that it will be cheaper someday as soon as I figure that out. So anyway, that's a really quick just what's been going on with this book. I'll show you a little overhead of the book and just kind of show you the quality, some problems with it, and then also some things that I like with it. Okay, here is the book, and again, I printed it through Blurb. Overall, I really like the size. I love the image wrap. I love how the leash goes all the way over to the back side. I like this raw edge of the watercolor here, and then I just put a little dedication on the back. There's the barcode. This is pretty big. But anyway, and I probably could have adjusted the title on the spine so that it was centered, because it's definitely not. Looks a little weird. But I am not one to really check twice, and I probably should, especially when you're publishing a book. Learn from me. One quality issue I have is with the spine. I don't even know how this happened, but look, it's completely bent, and this book hasn't been dropped or anything, so not exactly sure why. And I bet Blurb does have really good customer service, so I could probably talk to them and get this, get it fixed or get a new book that's done correctly. So they just have, they have it glued together here. You can even see the spine problem right here, which bothers me. I mean, I paid almost $60 for this book, so I kind of wanted it to be right. And this issue continues through the whole book. This issue right here. So I might just write to Blurb, and I'm sure I can get a different one sent, because I did want to give this to my dad, and with this crease right here, I'm worried these pages are going to rip. So that is my number one issue with the quality. But overall, the pages stay together. The printing worked really well. This is just the font that I used from them. So I probably, if I was going to do it again, I would set up my own text pages instead of using their font. But I was kind of in a hurry, so I just did it. Also, I would have checked some of my images. This one, when it was scanned in, has this yellow line on it. That is definitely not the Blurb's fault, that is mine. There's a little bit of ghosting in the pages. You can kind of see these letters back here. So I would prefer a little bit of a thicker page so you can't see that. Love this page. Another weird yellow line. I just don't know where that came from. Not sure. But I could have probably caught that if I would have went through this book once. So overall, I do like the quality of the book except for the spine. And I'm gonna just send an email to Blurb, and I'm sure I'll be able to get one that is not bent here that continues through it, because I've worked with their customer service before and it's really easy. So for printing it for myself, this is great, but if I wanted to sell these books, I would have to use another place because it's just too expensive. If I wanted to sell this on Blurb, I'd have to sell it for over $44 to make a profit. And if I sold it on Amazon, I'd have to sell it for over $53 to make a profit. So that's just too expensive, I feel like, for a children's book. I hope that was helpful for you. I hope you've learned a little bit about making a children's book, but I'm definitely not the right place to go to figure out how to sell that children's book, because seriously, I actually don't want to take courses on it because, I just don't like selling. It's really just not, I just need someone else to do it for me. But I guess we all have to stretch ourselves, so maybe I do need to learn how to do it. But really quickly, for those of you who are watching, I did want to ask for some summer tutorial ideas from you. I'm going to be filming some tutorials for the summer soon, and I just wanted to get some ideas and feedback about what you would like to see. I've gotten a lot of comments that people really want more watercolor tutorials, which I will be doing. I love painting watercolor flowers, and it's kind of how I got my start on YouTube, so I will be making some of those. But if you have, you're like, oh, this summer I want to paint a wheat field, or I don't know, a daisy, or something, just, let me know in the comments below, and we'll see what I can do. I do love responding to requests. I can't respond to all of them, but I do try to respond to as many as I can. And thank you again so much for watching Mr. Otter Studio. I have some really fun projects that I'm working on, personal art projects, and a new website under my name, so it will be mccalljohnson.com, which I'm super excited about. Hopefully I'm going to be selling some paintings and also some bronze sculptures on there. So I'm excited, and thanks again for watching, and good luck in your artistic endeavors and your creative things that you're doing in your life, and have a great day.